Welcome to Phillips in association with Poly Auction. I'm here at the JW Marriott in Hong Kong for our Spring 2021 20th Century and Contemporary Art auction previews. Soon I'm going to be joined by my good friend Karena Lam.
Hey, where are you?
Karena?
Yeah? Where are you?
Oh, where are you?
Hey.
There you are. Hey, good to see you.
Thank you, it's good to see you too.
Oh, it's been a while. Thanks for coming and joining us for this, Karena. A lot of people know you, of course, for your work on screen, but perhaps a lot of people may not know that you also have a passion for fine art. So I'm excited to walk you around our preview and to see which things speak to you.
Okay. Paid on your tab.
I don't know, I might just have to ask my boss about that, but let's see.
All right, let's go.
All right. Perhaps we could have a look at this piece, the Jenny Holzer.
Okay.
Does that shock you?
You know, one thing about Jenny Holzer is, because the Living series was originated for her work in Munich, in Germany, where she wanted to give an authoritative voice for this historic building. So then there was an actual hole in the wall that says, someone wants to cut a hole in you and fuck you through it, buddy. So, I mean, a lot of times with Jenny Holzer, I feel that it's half revolting, but at the same time, you're attracted to it.
Right, well that's a part of her, you know, the truisms, as she called them. They were intended, these statements, to shock, to unnerve the viewer, and that's very much what this does. Holzer, of course, is an American conceptual artist. She started her career in the late 70s. Was out on the streets. She was creating posters and pasting them on the walls of buildings and subway stations in New York. But that, of course, was illegal. So she then
signboards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's looking for different ways to express her art, much like many of her contemporaries at the time. As a part of the post-graffiti movement. And all of her work have these truisms, these very bold statements which address serious issues in everyday life. And they're strong statements which are intended to unnerve you, as I say.
I remember when I first came across the Jenny Holzer work was in the Biennale in Venice, in the American Pavilion, where she did this mother and child series. And because I'm a mother, and so she had all these engraved, statements engraved in the marble, and you would literally see people just in tears, or they would be moved, or they would feel.
The art spoke to them in such a way that it just overwhelmed them.
Overwhelming.
Yeah. Well, that's the definition of good art to me. It's not art isn't supposed to be pretty necessarily. It's good. Some good art can be pretty, but really, to me, strong, powerful art is about invoking a strong emotion in someone.
Yes. And
truth.
Truthfulness.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
so
right.
That's definitely the case here.
We should really make a hole in here, just so we can echo with this work.
Well, there is actually a hole here.
A hole right here.
Yeah.
So,
we could just use that. Let's not tear the place apart.
Right. Oh, I remember you telling me about Joyce, right?
Yes, so this is actually our Pantone room.
Okay.
And essentially what our Pantone room project involves is each season we invite a local designer from Asia to curate the space for us. Essentially it's a space where they incorporate all the design furniture works that we have in the sale, which is something we do uniquely at Phillips in Hong Kong. The designer gets to choose from the sale a selection of artworks to complement the design furniture, but also to put together to design the actual physical space. And they get to choose one color, one Pantone color, which she's chosen here. I
like the setting where you can totally imagine yourself, oh, this could be my living room.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to help people envisage what it's like to live with the art, to live with the design.
This is something I can really sulk in and just be absorbed with arts.
There's a few pieces of furniture here, so take your pick. What would you like to sulk in?
That's George Nakashima. It's so funny because when we first came in here, this room, you're like, I thought I was crazy, but you're just as crazy as I am.
No, I'm a big George Nakashima fan. Yeah.
You are? Okay. So show me.
Okay, so I'm going to show you underneath the table.
All right.
If you look here, you can see that the designer, George Nakashima, has inscribed the piece of furniture.
George Nakashima.
The George Nakashima with the word white man. And white man was the name of the original owner of this piece.
Okay.
Because each piece that was that George Nakashima made was made on a commission basis. So that's very important. Whenever you buy a piece of Nakashima, George Nakashima furniture, you always have a look underneath to see if you can see the name. Would you like to have a seat?
Thank you. In a Nakashima?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Why not?
wow.
It's
I'm
what
really
it's
nervous. Okay. It's like the Brad Pitt for me, you know? A Nakashima chair is like Brad Pitt for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. Yeah. So these butterfly keys are actually made from East Indian rosewood.
Yes.
The table itself is made from American black walnut, and these keys are essentially there to hold the work together. It's a signature of his unique style, as is this kind of organic, very free-form, edged piece of wood, or these two joined pieces of wood on the top, which really kind of reveal the natural flaws.
He kept the flaws.
Absolutely, and that again is part of his the Japanese influence in his work. This is actually called a conoid dining table, and the conoid works really were a juxtaposition of two different influences: the kind of organic, free-formed tops, but also the very architectural, geometric bases here, which you can see underneath.
And the joinery, there's like no nails, no screws.
Yeah, well, that's informed by his Japanese, the Japanese influence, which is something which he learned actually in a concentration camp in 1940 when he returned to the US.
Yes.
When he was young, he traveled extensively, but of course, you know, it was 1940, it was the war.
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor, and in the same concentration camp, he actually met a Japanese woodworker, a Japanese joiner.
Traditional.
Absolutely. So he learned the craft of creating furniture in the Japanese ancient
and
tradition.
making his own tools, the Japanese way. Yes.
And of course, you know, as an American, he was also informed by American craft making, and so he combined these two influences to produce his own unique way of creating furniture.
But it's amazing. I mean, Nakashima from the 40s until now, and 2021. I mean, you look at his work of art, and it's still
very contemporary.
Exactly.
You know, it does very much fit in with this interior that we find ourselves in. You know, it fits right in with these calls and Kareha works, for example. All right. Well, I enjoyed that. Thank you, Karena.
Thank you so much for having me today.
It's been my pleasure.
Okay.
Before you go, I've got a little surprise for you. We've got a couple of works we want to unbox, and if you don't mind, ask you to help with the installation. Seeing as you're here, you might as well give us a hand, right?
Unbox?
Right. So it's two works by the artist Chiharu Shiota.
Oh my God!
Who I know you're a big fan of.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd let you do that. If you're okay with that.
Yes.
We've got one of them here.
Oh my gosh! I can hear it beat.
Well, it's supposed to speak to you.
That's
what her art's all about.
We gotta unbox this, but
Yeah.
how?
Okay, well, look,
I mean, it's.
I've got some gloves here, so you can wear the gloves.
Okay.
And I'm not sure.
Oh my God.
Let's have a look.
Okay. I want to scream. I'm feeling sick in the belly, but it's like happiness sick, you know? Okay. Okay.
This might be. This might not be your most typical workwear for unboxing or uncrating of these large artworks.
I can even do it in my pajamas. It's okay. Any day. Careful.
Okay. Right, there we go. Wow, it's so much bigger than I was expecting it to be.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's see.
It's incredible, no?
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Should we get it out?
We should get it out. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at all that. All the emotions.
Yeah, well, so Chiharu Shiota, Japanese artist, who is incredibly popular at the moment. She, of course, is an artist that represented Japan in the 2015 Venice Biennale. it's actually been 10 years that I've known about her work, and I'll tell you why. It's because I first discovered her in 2011, and I know that it was 2011 because that's the year that I met my now wife. We were at an art fair in Switzerland, and she and I were discussing the art that we liked at the art fair, and Shiota just happened to be at the top of both of our lists.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So I've been following her and her work for 10 years now.
What I find interesting with the Chiharu Shiota's work is from afar you feel that it's, I mean, when it was in a box it looks eerie, but when you actually see it up close and personal, you see all these emotion that goes through this ritual of making these threads over and over again. It's like
it's quite meditative.
It is. And you see how the threads, some are like stretched and some are like cut.
Yeah. You can really see the hand of the artist at work here. And of course the thread is interwoven around this this dress. She talks about using these everyday objects to kind of understand the people. She talks about objects.
She doesn't use new things, she uses old things.
Objects from the past. She says she can tell a lot about a person by the objects that person leaves behind.
I remember in 2007, trauma, it's when she underwent 2 ovarian cancer surgeries and her first miscarriage. And so I believe, all truthful works are a reflection of their own stories.
We have another work by her which we can also unbox now if you'd like.
We're unboxing 2?
Yes,
Shiva does work? Oh my gosh.
It's just over here.
Okay.
Slightly smaller work, but it's I actually really like this one.
My hands are shaking.
Thank you, Christine.
Okay, where do I go?
Let's put it over here.
Okay, right here.
Is it okay?
Okay, I'm okay.
Wow.
It's Shiota. I can have a job here.
Actress, art
unboxer.
handler. Yeah.
Unboxer. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, the puppet house. Oh.
Isn't that special? So what's special about this work is that the artist has a personal connection with this. It's called the Puppet House, and it evokes memories of her childhood where she would play with dolls and puppets in her childhood home.
I remember in the 90s she studied under Marina Abramovic. I remember there was a period where Shiota, where Marina suggested that you can't stick with one medium, which is the strings, so the threads. So she started using her own body as the subject matter, and then after several attempts she went back to the threads again. But then her body just completely vanished from her works because she said these threads were actually a representation of her body, of her soul, of her stories, of her personal feelings.
It's funny that you mentioned it because she trained as a painter.
Yes.
But it's not painting where she's kind of found her forte. It's in these installations and sculptural works. The auction is on Monday next week for this piece, so you can
touch it for a little longer.
You can take it home if you'd like, Karina, but you've got to wait a few more days. All right, thank you, Karina. That's been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it too.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jonathan.
Great.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You're sending me off, but I want to.
Oh, you can stay if you'd like.
I'll stay.
You might end up becoming entwined with the thread there.
Okay, well,
is that
that
okay with
price
you?
will come with me.
All right. Oh, okay.
Is that all right?
That's fine. Fine by me. Yeah.
You can, Okay, bye. Bye. I'm here. Bye. Okay, see ya.